Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing the game Doki Doki Literature Club, and last episode, shit finally hit the fan. Things got so intense, so quickly, they went all the way from 0 to 100 immediately. Horrible things happened. For those of you guys, by the way, who are of sensitive mental or psychological health, please, please, please be careful watching this game. There are a lot of disturbing things happening in it. There's some really sensitive subject matter going on, including self-harm, suicide, all sorts of malicious things that could really hurt someone if they were exposed to them without knowing. So please be careful when you're watching the series. Anyway, last episode, unfortunately, Sayori got deleted from the game. Like, her character file got deleted. Speaking of files, by the way, guys, a lot of you guys were telling me in the comments, and I did actually notice this when I was looking through the folders in some off time, but there are new files that have been generated in my folder. I'm gonna go take a look at them real quick, but I also wanted to point out, because I've been getting this comment over and over again, even though I've answered it, I cannot check the files while I play this game. I only have a single monitor, I have a very small desk, there's no way for me to view the files and also play the game at the same time. I'm not gonna do that also because I don't wanna make the resolution of the screen smaller of the game. So I'm just pointing that out, guys. I'm sorry if that's me missing something big, but I was going into this game blind anyway. I didn't even know that was a feature until you guys started telling me. I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna still be playing it like it's just someone experiencing this the first time, because it is. I am shocked by everything that's gone on. Anyway, let's go ahead, let's dig into those files that I did find. Okay, you guys will see here that I have a file that is titled Happy Thoughts, and the vowels are X's, or at least the A and the O are X's, which is foreboding. So let's click that. Oh no, oh God. Oh gosh, so that's like a weird, crude, creepy picture of Sayori. Yeah, happy music in the background's really not helping this situation here. And then we have another file that is titled Traceback. Now, Traceback is the one that you guys told me to check, and I hadn't seen it in the folder before. So I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, whoa, what is this? Okay, restart top context. Oh, geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Ahaha, well, here goes nothing. So, that's creepy. So, someone consciously just deleted Sayori out of the game. So there's another entity. I don't know if it's another one of the girls. Honestly, right now, obviously, please no spoilers, but I'm leaning towards Monika having done this, just due to the fact that she has said some cryptic shit. People have mentioned her multiple times as like working behind the scenes, and by people I mean like other characters in the game, and she just makes me uneasy. She's like too perfect, and I'm just worried. So I don't know if she's the one, the mastermind pulling the strings, the one who made the decision to delete Sayori, but that's clearly what this is alluding to. That's really creepy. Anyway, back to the game. Let's see what sorts of jump scares are gonna scare the crap out of me. Okay, back with the girls in the classroom, and now we are a club of only 4 people this time.
I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Girbeagly, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee.
Is it with pure shock and horror? Because that's all this game has done for me. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
All right, see you later, creepy. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Oh, we've already done that. All right. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I don't think that's gonna happen, dude. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh boy, poetry writing. At least this time, whoa. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Today I cut my skin open. What the fuck? It was exhilarating. I think I understand how blank feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. That's blood. I hate that. I hate that so much. I have actual goosebumps. Oh, God. Are there less terms on the page now, too? At least, like, we won't accidentally pick Sayori's terms when there's just the two of them to pick from now, unless... What if I, like, pick a bunch of Sayori terms, and then it's like, oh, this poem wasn't written for anyone, because they don't exist. This seems like it was written for someone who's not here. I don't know. This is also creepy. All right, Natsuki again. All the way. All about that Natsuki time. Sorry, Yuri. I like you a lot. You're cute. You're wonderful. You're sweet, but... Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Just going through the phrases. I hate this so much. Everything about this just, I'm so uneasy. That poem that we just read was so fucked up. So fucked up. By the way, guys, I mean, I know I've talked about this in other... I've talked about this in other episodes before, but if you ever feel hopeless enough to want to hurt yourself or beyond, please contact someone. Please know that there are so many resources out there. There are so many people who care. Even if you don't think they do, there are people out there who are willing to take the time to listen to you, to make sure that your issues are not trivialized, to make sure that you feel validated because you are valid, and your thoughts are valid, and your feelings are very valid. So please keep that in mind. The subject matter in this game is incredibly disturbing, but it is just a fantasy depiction of people who are at their worst at the moment. Do not let yourself become like that, and if you ever do feel like you're becoming like that, please seek help. It is very important. Anyway, back to the poem. I'm gonna just wait. I'm just waiting for a jump scare part. I mean, that was all very sincere, but I am also definitely stalling a bit here because I'm, oh boy. I do not like anything that's been going on. Nothing at all. Wow, we've gotten all Natsuki so far. I don't know, rainbow probably. Skirt definitely was her. I remember that one. Sugar, pink. And what's, silly. Okay, boom, I got all Natsuki. No Yuri that time. Pretty good.
Hi again, Girbeagly. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
I also noticed that Monika still wasn't a choice in those poems. I still can't write a poem for her, which is another red flag about her. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. I don't like that phrase. I don't like the phrase hanging anymore. Oh, Yuri, your face. Something was going on there.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Girbeagly.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for not keeping your face. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. I don't know what that phrase meant that I just said.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh. Natsuki, please, no, girl, I love you, okay? I'm here for you. Please don't freak out on me.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take this seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Whoa, Monika, you're in the wrong part of the screen, girl. What the fuck is happening? They're all like different size character models, too. Natsuki certainly have big mouths for someone who keeps manga collection in the club room. Whoa, okay, so I can only read part of that, but that is aggressive. I'm assuming she's saying either manga or Monika there. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Did she do that the first time? I don't think she said something quite that aggressive to Natsuki the first time. She did mention the manga and Monika thing before, though.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Also, the whole screen is like, is this just me or is it like a little bit crooked? I don't like this. This is like making me question how I perceive this whole game now. And I know that was something that was foreshadowed and I pointed out in the very beginning of the game where, you know, Yuri was like, hey, yeah, I like fiction that warps your perception of how you see things. And like right now I am definitely warped. My doubts about what's happening and what's supposed to happen are incredibly intense at the moment. This is a really cool, surreal experience. I like it a lot.
I'm sorry, Girbeagly. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yeah, I'm not comfortable. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read?
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Well, wait, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, Yuri's so shy, even though she is way too close to us.
If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Also, is the music like slightly off or am I just going crazy? Also, the room is definitely like tilted a bit, I think, because it's messing with my eyes. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I feel like the music's jumping back and forth between being like atonal and on key. That's so weird and off-putting.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
Like, this game's really good at getting under your skin in subtle ways.
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read.
Oh, that was definitely a key change. Oh, come on.
And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Oh, God. Oh, my eyes. Like, that actually messed with my eyes so much. Thank you for going back to normal. Jesus, that was off-putting. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Okay, here we go.
Ugh.
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Oh boy. Closet time. And nothing good can come of this scene, I'm sure. There's gonna be something awful.
You looking for something in there?
Whoa, that is different font and text.
Fucking Monika.
Oh boy, what am I experiencing right now?
She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Listen, I know you guys have issues with each other, but it seems like they might be a little bit more intense than I thought. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Well, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? Yeah, seriously, how do these girls know so much shit about me?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. I'm a big weeaboo. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Girbeagly. Consider this a lesson.
Oh, Why are you changing? Don't judge a book. A lot of K's. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. So this is like another thing I was talking about earlier, guys, last episode. It's really interesting to me. So like, obviously the game took a very dark turn with Sayori taking her own life. And that's something that was like sort of based in the real realm, like the realm of what could possibly happen in the real world. But all the glitchy shit is so weird. It's messing with my perception as the player as opposed to just disturbing me because it's inherently disturbing events. This is so weird because like the game files are going missing and being generated randomly, and the text is changing, and so many things that are sort of breaking the fourth wall are happening, and it's really super weird for me as a player. This is so strange. I love it, but it's really weird. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It would have been really cool if it had said there were only 3 girls there, because the Parfait Girls cover originally like sort of mirrored the original lineup of girls as well. It's exceedingly moe.
Don't just stand there.
Ugh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Huh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. It's so hard for me to actually genuinely enjoy these cutesy scenes as well now, because I know things are just going to get worse. It's not going to get better from this point. I don't have hope in my heart anymore that I'm going to get to end up like with Natsuki or something. I don't know. Natsuki, I'm sorry. Things are not cute anymore. They're horrible. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school, typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. God, I mean, there is such a lack of plot in most visual novels, and I love that this game sort of has the social commentary of like most visual novels that are slice of life sort of like just meander and do their own thing, and there's these tiny little like microcosms that we get to like get pulled into that ultimately are just like events. But this game has flipped that idea on its head. It's very self-aware. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Can you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Humph. Like, I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room.
What? My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Whoa. Okay. So I don't know if the dialogue is being replaced by things that are just supposed to be inherently disturbing, or if this is actually some insight into Natsuki's character. Like, I got the feeling in the first playthrough that her dad was really controlling, but is he also abusive? Because that would be fucking horrible.
At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. And it's also interesting, too, that the main character, the protagonist, doesn't react to these changes in dialogue, these really disturbing things that are being said, which once again is like where the fourth wall comes in, like where that break in the fourth wall comes in. Instead of the main character reacting as the character in the game, he doesn't notice it, but we as the player notice it. It bridges that gap between game and reality because those creepy messages and images are only meant for us. They're not meant for the protagonist in the game. That's kind of a cool perspective shift, and it's really freaky. This game's cool. I like it a lot. Thank you guys so much for recommending it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Oh boy. What's gonna happen? Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. Glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Whoa, did this happen? I don't think this happened the first time. Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah?
Suddenly Natsuki collapses straight into me. This did not happen the first time. This did not happen the first time. Hey! Oh! Whoa! No! My poor girl! What's happening to you? Oh, fuck! Hi, Monika.
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here.
Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. So she like just really is like part of the reason she's so small and skinny. She's actually just malnourished. And that's why in the first playthrough, she mentioned like she had to eat as much food as she could that her father made. Like maybe he feeds her, like underfeeds her, but like she has to make a show that she's enjoying the meal that he made. Or some, I don't know. Maybe he makes her eat weird things. I don't know. This is so strange. I'm sorry I keep interrupting the flow of the game, by the way, guys. This is the type of game that's meant to make you think, and I have to interject my thoughts or I'm gonna lose them. This game is freaky as shit.
I told you not to give oomph.
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth.
Don't worry, Girbeagly. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now?
Sure, let's just move on from that fucking weird shit. Who should I show my poem to first? All right, girl, I hope you're feeling better. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Oh boy. Hi, Natsuki.
Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not like that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it?
Ugh.
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that you liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't.
Okay. All right, it's the same as the last time, it looks like. Okay, good. No jump scare after the poem. That's what I'm really worried about, is pulling down the page and having a jump scare. Also, I am really happy with the pacing of this game because I need a break from some of the creepy stuff. Like, it's nice that they still have some of the cutesy scenes in there. It doesn't give me a false sense of hope or anything, but it at least sort of breaks up, like, just having the crap scared out of me all the time.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh boy. Alright, now let's show it to Yuri, who's gonna hate it. And then Monika's gonna once again comment on the fact that it was written for someone else. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah.
Why
Do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad.
No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, ghosts under the light, tendrils of my hair, bathing, it must be this. Pretty sure this is the same as last time. Yeah.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Girbeagly.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
Oh god, is that actually describing Sayori's situation where the last place of comfort was her home and she was lingering on the past, which was her feelings for me, and the fact that, you know, we used to have like a perfect friendship and then it got ruined by her actions in her head and then she let go and she had nothing. I don't know. I don't know. That sounds like it could be alluding to that. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Thanks, Yuri. Thanks for a pretty normal scene. All right, Monika, here you go, you creepy lady.
Hi, Girbeagly. Having a good time so far?
Not at all. Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Well, here, listen to this. Bring back Sayori and stop being weird, because once I don't even know if it's her. Like, I don't know if this is her doing. But regardless, like, things, I feel like things are pointing towards her at the moment. Once again, please don't spoil anything, but oy vey.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Girbeagly. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem.
I like it, Girbeagly.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you.
That's different than what I got the first time. Also probably good advice if she's collapsing from fatigue or from not eating enough.
She'll cling to you like a puppy.
Wow, that's somewhat demeaning.
Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often.
Wow, sharing some personal details that are actually quite disturbing.
But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side.
That's not, all of that's so, like, such an invasion of privacy. All of that is such oversharing, and I hate it. I really did. This scene, Monika makes me feel very icky.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. I see, once again, me as the character, Girbeagly, is not reacting to anything that was just said. That was meant as a message for the player. That is Monika not speaking to Girbeagly in the game. That is her speaking directly to us. All the dialogue changes are directly to us. This game is freaking crazy. It's really freaking me out.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh boy, hole in the wall. Wasn't looking at me. Frantically glance, a bance, a wance, a bance. Boy, yeah, stuff happened. Swallowing fears, I brandish my pen. Must be a way out. I panic. There must be. Oh, this is different, I think. I think this is a little bit more. Oh, yeah, this is different than the first hole in the wall. It wasn't looking at me confused. Oh, this is a continuation of the first hole in the wall poem she wrote. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Is she talking about the room we're in currently? This is so weird. Oh, hi, Monika. You with that smile, girl.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sure, that's the first thing we want to point out about that. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today.
Thanks, Monika.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, no problem. Phew, I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Why the music change? This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Girbeagly did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Girbeagly liked my poem too, you know. Even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Girbeagly appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
At least this little argument has remained the same for the most part. It doesn't seem like it's got anything freaky in here. Although I was expecting something weird in here because, like, it's tension rising.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Girbeagly started showing up.
Natsuki?
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you.
And this is going to be interesting too because Sayori's the one who ultimately interrupts this conversation in the first playthrough. What the fuck, you game? I'm just trying to fucking talk.
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe
Edgy bitch? Whoa, this is changing.
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
This is getting a lot more aggressive.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know?
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Wow, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you?
Oh shit. Was that cutting poem about Yuri? Whoa, it said I wanted to try cutting myself like blank did. Is the blank Yuri? This is so weird, guys.
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Wow.
Yeah, go on. Let Girbeagly hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Girbeagly, She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
How did I get whoa, going too fast. Who do I gotta save? Can I save? I can save. Natsuki, sure. Natsuki, I like you a lot. What is happening? I'm just trying to select. Oh! Hi, Monika. This is weird. Please. No, I clicked you. Okay. I'm trying to click Natsuki.
Hey, Girbeagly, why don't we step outside for a little bit?
Yeah, why don't we? Sorry about that. Yeah, me too. Because I don't know what's happening, and I think I'm going to end this episode here, guys, before we find out, because that just it's now de-escalated. This game's insane. This game is so crazy. It's very unsettling. Once again, the subject matter in this is really dark, and it's very disturbing, and I hope that you guys are taking my warning seriously. Like I said last episode, please take this game seriously, in the sense of these subjects are not joking matters. They are things that people actually do experience, and at the same time realize that this game is only a fictionalized setting. This game is something that's meant for entertainment purposes. As disturbing as it is not meant to encourage people to pursue these types of things. It's not encouraging people to fall prey to their darker desires or feelings or impulses. So please keep that in mind while watching this. This game is nuts, though. It's really well written. The scares are genuinely just, that's under my skin. This game is so fucking unsettling. It's unreal. I really like it. I like it a lot. I hope that you guys are enjoying it as well. If you are, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video, and favorite it. Also, be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you. And as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.